Famous for their hospitality, we had a first-hand experience of the Iban lifestyle at the Lemanak Long House. But there's still more to explore. Join me, Faye, as we go off the beaten path in Outback Sarawak. I'm Faye, actor, dreamer, traveller on a journey to explore my native land. This is my story. Welcome to Outback Sarawak. We are still in Lemanak Iban Long House. Apa dia anyam kita?
Ni pakai untuk buat topi.
Topi macam ini selalu laki atau perempuan pakai?
Sama boleh pakai, perempuan pun boleh, laki pun boleh pakai.
Selalu pakai topi ni untuk apa?
Maya hari gawai pakai ya.
Masa ada perayaan pakailah.
Ya.
Christmas pun boleh pakai?
Christmas pun boleh. Maya kita tari menari.
Boleh try saya pakai.
Boleh.
The Iban women take pride in their handicraft, and what they make would normally require many hours of handiwork. Sadly, the number of skilled Iban weavers have been on the decline. The younger set are not as keen to pursue the art as there are better opportunities for higher education elsewhere. But efforts are already underway to preserve the Iban weaving culture. With the right strategy, it could earn a following on the international platform and gain the recognition it truly deserves. Pepper farming is also famous among the Iban. In fact, native farmers like the Iban and Bidayo make up a high percentage of pepper farmers in Sarawak. Harvested by hand, the fresh pepper berries are brought back to the longhouse and placed on a mat. Black peppercorns are produced by leaving the mature pepper berries out in the sun. The black peppercorns are also raked intermittently to ensure that they are sufficiently dried. Then, they are winnowed to clean and separate the outer layers from the harvest. The whole process will take days. It's a tedious process, but no doubt a lucrative one. I have seen how the Bidayo plant pepper. Hence, it will be interesting to see another farm that is cultivated by a resident of the Iban Long House. To get there, we'll have to trek through the jungle. The good thing about these farms is that you'll always find variety, as there's always other fruits or vegetables being cultivated around the same area. See, we've got ourselves a pineapple. If you know how to spot a sago palm tree, you may be able to dig out some sago worms as they feed on its starchy pea. Looks like Bada is an ace. Sago worms, anyone? None for me, thanks. You could also find a variety of exotic food and plant species in these natural habitats. Bada, berapa besar you punya tanah ni?
Saya tidak ada tahu itu kira ikan dia.
Tapi ada berapa banyak pokok?
Pokok sini lada ini ada 500 lah.
Lada saja 500, belum siapa pokok lain?
Belum.
Ada sayur-sayur, buah juga kan?
Ada.
The pepper plants are grown on hill slopes and they thrive in tropical climate. Both black and white peppers originate from the same plant but are processed differently to achieve the desired outcome. Ini kamu tanam untuk sendiri ataupun untuk jual?
Untuk jual.
Untuk jual. So berapa harga dia kalau jual?
Sekarang harga sudah turun mau 16.
1 kilo.
1 kilo.
16. Itu sudah siap lah.
Sudah siap,
jadi
sudah kering.
Pepper.
Sudah hitam.
Sudah hitam.
Sudah hitam.
Kalau satu pokok boleh tahan berapa lama?
Lama dia kalau dia tiada penyakit sampai 7 tahun ke. Lada bagus 3 tahun lah. 3 tahun 4 tahun memang bagus itu. Memang dia keluar hasil banyak.
Jadi kalau pokok tu sudah ada masalah boleh tumbuh barulah sini. Tidak. Mau
cari tempat lain lah. Takut ada penyakit nanti kamu tanam pun rugi ada penyakit lah.
With everything I've learned so far, I'm now inspired to plant a pepper tree. Bada will show me how. This is what you get from the actual tree, and then you plant it here until the baby roots grow. Then you take it out. After that, we'll plant it on the belian stick. With Bada's guidance, I cleared the spot of land and dug the earth for the young pepper plant. Next, we'll place its roots in the soil and cover it sufficiently, and then tie its young vine to the post. So a year later, when I come back here, I'll see the result. Hopefully, it'll be a fruitful tree.
Okey, ini daun pakai tudung dia.
Macam mana tudung dia?
Tudung ni macam.
Newly planted vines need to be shaded against the elements until they are well established. And we're done. That's it for now. Meanwhile, I saw some fruit trees around the farm. We're definitely going to pluck some of these fruits and those fresh bird's eyes chilies to take back with us. Be right back. We're back at the Long House after our visit to the pepper farm. Now, I've been wanting to try my hand at this. So the chief decided to teach me how to use the blowpipe. What is it made of?
These are made from billion tree.
Oh, I see.
Another word is called the ironwood. All right. It takes about 100 years to grow. If you chop it down before 100 years, it's not going to be solid.
It's not as easy as it seems, but for a first-timer, I guess I didn't do too badly.
The Ibans especially, they're using this to hunt for wild boar.
Wild boar?
Yes. Some of them, they put a single dot, some they use double dot.
Next, we're going to have lunch at the Karangan. So, the chief decided to try to catch us some fish. If we're lucky, we could have them as well. Well, there's not a moment to lose. Why don't we let the men get the fire going while the rest of us start preparing lunch? We're making rice pansoh and also chicken pansoh. I've learned this in Serumbu, but let's see how the Iban does it.
lebih ngai dia. Mata.
Ruby.
Tahu keluar.
This is Iban brown rice.
Empat ya. Pok deh. Buat
Satu.
kia, au kia.
And it's ready. Kengkah air.
Ini air.
Keng isi penuh.
Tahu isi penuh.
Okay, to the fire pit it goes. They've gotten the fire going, so we can already arrange the bamboo logs in a row against the makeshift stand. We're having a cookout at the Karangan. While waiting for the pansoh to be cooked, we'll have some snack. Fruits that we got from the pepper farm, kan?
Yeah.
Okay, ke sana. This is the best part, sharing the fruits of your labor. I can't get over how fresh they look. And the pineapple looks juicy and delicious. Yummy! Meanwhile, the pansoh is starting to cook as I can smell its fragrant aroma. Won't be long now. The area that's covered with river pebbles are called Karangan. River pebbles are really quite unique. Look carefully and you'll realize that no two stones are alike. They may look similar, but they are never the same. And they come in many different shapes, colors, textures, and sizes. The aroma of delicious food beckons. Yes, the pansoh is cooked. Smells so good. Doesn't that look delightful? Lunch is served. Let's dig in. Okay. Jemput makan. A freshly cooked meal by the stream, surrounded by nature. I'm loving life in the Outback. This is tasty. Dia pun palau sudah. Lalu? Favorite lah. What a wonderful experience this has been. I'm grateful for the time that I've managed to spend with the gracious Iban community. Well, it's going to be another long road ahead. See you right after the break. Welcome back to Outback Sarawak. Fresh from the Ulu Lemanak Iban Long House experience, we got back on the road and travelled some 286 kilometers to Mukah. Mukah is a coastal town that's still covered by peat swamp forests. Nicknamed the Melanau Heartland, the town itself is situated at the mouth of Mukah River. Story has it that the town was named after the face of a mysterious, beautiful maiden who had helped shipwrecked merchants. Another version relates how fishermen had seen a beautiful face on the surface of the water while at sea. Muka sounds like the Malay word muka, which means face. Despite the stories, some things remain inexplicable. At Sungai Telian, you'll see Kampung Telian, an age-old Melanau coastal village that's lined with wooden houses along its riverbank. The village is a prime example of how the river has contributed to local livelihoods. Mukah is predominantly occupied by the Melanau ethnic tribe. Famous for their seafaring skills, they were among the earliest settlers in Sarawak and were known as Aliko, which means people of the river. In Mukah town, you'll see statues of the red snapper and large prawn, which symbolizes that the town is known for its fishing industry and that is a primary source of income. So, to have a look at what Mukah is famous for warrants a visit to the main marketplace in the Old Town area. Our first stop in Mukah is at the wet market. If you're in Mukah, there is simply one native dish that you must try, the umai, and you can find it fresh here at this market. A traditional Melanau delicacy, umai is an exotic dish that's usually made with ikan empirang or the scaly hairfin anchovy. Favoured for its sweetness, one would usually require some skill to prepare the pirang for umai as the fish is full of pin bones. Thus, it needs to be sliced thinly to separate them from the flesh. You'll find many fresh umai makers at this market. Well, I've got what I came here for. I'm so looking forward to having this. The wet market in Mukah may not be as big as some of the others you'll see, but the freshness of its seafood is hard to beat. Wow, look at that! So big! Woo! Look at the size of that. That is huge. Lobster. Look at that. Have an halibut. It's really good.
Kan 19, kalau 9 mau ada.
Kalau orang Korea suka.
Fish and chip will be great. Remember when I said that the freshness of its seafood is hard to beat? Here's the reason why. The wet market is next to the riverside. So, the fishing boats come to this jetty to sell their catch to the wet market vendors. This happens a few times a day. Hence, there is a continuous supply of fresh fish and seafood here. It doesn't get any fresher than this, peeps.
Umai biasanya Melanau tidak boleh berpisah dengan umai. Okey, tanpa umai, tanpa Melanau. Umai ni kalau kita ikut, okey, biasanya makanan yang paling orang Melanau dulu makan adalah sagu. Sebab sagu ni tahan lapar. Bila mereka dah mendapati umai, tadi permulaan sejarah umai dimakan dengan sagu memang nyaman, sedap. Umai ni menjadi begitu sinonim dengan Mukah, sinonim dengan Melanau, apalagi dengan Sarawak.
The sweetness of the fresh fish mixed with the onions and chilies plus the sour and tangy taste of lime and vinegar with just the right amount of salt hits the right spot. What a treat! As we walked along Mukah Beach, I listened more intently to Tommy's stories on the history of the Melanau in Mukah. My interest was piqued. I'm certainly keen to know more, but for now, let's enjoy the low-tide walk. Around the beach area, you'll find some benches and a small playground. I can't help it if this brings out the child in me. You know me. Any excuse for some cardio? Now, this is an iconic structure in Muka. This Sago factory chimney still stands tall even though this factory had closed in the 20th century. This 20-meter tall brick chimney symbolizes the town's history in producing sago starch in the 19th century. One of the things that I truly love about this journey is how it has enabled me to connect with people. And I mean really, really connect. I've seen how they live and listen to their stories. Everyone has their share of ups and downs in life. In that sense, we're not so different after all. We should be proud of our rich heritage and culture. It's what makes us so unique, and undoubtedly one of our strengths. This is only the tip of the iceberg. There's certainly more to learn with regards to the Melanau heritage and culture. Guess I'll have to stay a little bit longer. Join us again, same time next week on Outback Sarawak. Till then,